an hour early.
Okay.
Actually, it was an hour late. Haha.
Oh
How?
no.
It was an hour ago. Slay's like, Nessa better be here in 2 minutes. I'm like, isn't this an hour early? Isn't it supposed to start in an hour? And I had to
I
Google
blame
the
Lego. I
time
blame
zone.
Lego.
I had to
blame Lego.
Google the
Well,
time
of course
zone.
it's his fault. Okay,
It's always Lego's.
let's start it. Yeah, I say let's start it and everybody just shows up.
I thought you were gonna play the music.
No music.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Overwatch podcast. Let's do a minor roll call. I'm Lego. We have Slay, and we have Nessa.
Hi guys.
Did you just assume my gender?
Okay. So
Today we
I'm
have
trying
a lot
to
of,
make some
different-
no difficulties. Okay,
No
guys, so
diffi-
first of all, I want to apologize if you hear any background noises because I was trying to fix my microphone and the settings, but I guess I'm microphone stupid, so we will see in the recorded version if everything is okay, but I think that the mic settings are okay now and you can hear us. So, yeah.
I would also
Very
like to
professional.
formally apologize if you hear any lag or delay in the call, as currently I am in Shanghai. And Happy New Year to all of you.
Oh, yes, like Happy
That's
New
going in
Year.
the background. Yeah.
That's actually a good segue. Recently we had in Overwatch the Year of the Dog event.
Yeah,
Indeed.
so we are gonna talk a little about that, and after that we're gonna talk about the Sombra nerf or buff. Well, let's start with
Rework. Let's say rework.
okay, let's say rework. English is not my first language.
That's fine.
So,
That's fine.
Year
It's
of
not
the
mine
Dog.
either.
I have to say that because we don't, I mean, I love the Chinese New Year because I'm Asian crazy, but we don't have and we don't put much attention on the event here in our country. So, Slay, maybe you can tell us more about that because you're Asian and all.
Ooh, Chinese New Year. Okay, let's see. Chinese New Year is all about family and coming together on the Chinese New Year. It's officially started since Friday, which is today. So, 新年快乐，恭喜发财 to all of you.
Yes, same.
Basically, we all gather around and we have a nice dinner or lunch or whatever. It's all about family, you know? Family.
Okay, nice. So I was trying to pronounce the names of the skins that Overwatch is putting this event, New Year's event, and I had trouble with them. So I get that the Widow gets a new skin, Pharah, Genji, McCree, Mercy, and Zarya. So
Oh, I didn't even know about Zarya. Okay.
yeah, and I know that Overwatch always puts like a lot of effort in these events and all the skins have meaning, but we are not gonna go into that now because we don't have much time. But I really like the new skins, even though they said that the Genji mains said that what did they do to Genji's skin? This is not a Genji, but I really like it.
Well, I love the Genji skin. Absolutely
Yeah.
love it, especially the sword. The sword looks amazing.
Slay, how do you pronounce the Genji skin? By who? By who?
Baihu.
By
It means
who?
white tiger.
White tiger. And I
I assume.
assume that it's there is a lore behind that. The white tiger.
Actually, there was a Reddit post about it a while ago, I think. No?
Someone
was talking
explaining.
about. Let me see. So, yes, there was a sword that Genji had. The sword was referencing a mastery blacksmith who took 2 years to make the sword under the command of the Emperor. The Emperor, after having made a sword, decapitated the swordsman because he took so long trying to make it. Now sorry, not swordsmith, the blacksmith. Now the blacksmith knew that he was going to be decapitated making the sword, so he secretly made another sword in the name of his wife, and only his wife knew where he hid this second sword. I forgot the rest of the story.
Okay, that's okay. So, what do you guys think about the new skins? I think they are pretty awesome. Do you have a favorite?
I love them a lot. Genji's is my favorite.
I like all of them. There you go.
I think McCree looks a little weird. McCree seems, I don't know. I don't like the McCree
It's
one
the magistrate. Is that right? Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
I don't know. It looks like he's a fortune teller or something.
dude, don't say that. It's
Because of the
I
beads.
think it's a traditional clothing for the upper class Asians in that time. I'm not so sure. Okay. Anyways, I'm actually excited that the last two patch Zarya had the pretty awesome skins.
Oh, yes.
And I was playing Zarya a while ago, but then I dropped it because I wanted to focus more on Orisa when Doomfist was introduced. And I always struggle with what to put on Zarya because, you know, a girl likes to look good when she's playing a character. And now I have two options. I like the new skin and the previous one. So
Dude,
yeah.
Totally 80s is the best skin for Zarya, period. There is no other right answer.
Okay. Whatever.
No, I'm kidding.
Whatever.
Yeah, okay.
So I have to inform you that today we don't have a special guest star. So if any of you wants to join our podcast and behave, by the way,
Hey, I'll be the special guest.
and we can unmute
Slay
him
wants to be the guest.
and have like a talk with it. So do you guys have something more to say about the skins? The event? Oh yeah, in the event there is a new Catch the Flag map.
Oh yes,
So
I
haven't played it. So tell us more about
Capture
it.
the Flag is so fun.
It was I absolutely started it and then placed right before the Lucio changes went live, just to quickly get my wins and then get out.
Oh, I hate it.
What's wrong with it?
Why?
Capture the Flag.
I think I don't have the skills to play a good Capture the Flag, but I think it's a nice mod, and the new and the news. I read something about the new skin being very versatile, very open. Is that true? I haven't played it yet. Sorry about that.
You mean on the new map?
Yeah, new. I'm sorry. Did I say skin? I meant
Yeah,
the new map. Sorry.
I understood.
The new skin.
The new map.
I would say the new map is extremely well done in the sense that there's different ways to enter in. There's different flank points, and I think there's 6 total entrances. And now that they removed the Lucio's ability to wall ride while holding a flag, it's absolutely now purely on teamwork instead of just learning how to wall ride really fast. So obviously, I play Lucio a lot, so I quickly did my placements before the Lucio change went live. So I got Masters, and then I never played it again.
Okay. So what else? What else did we got this New Year's patch? Lunar New Year. So we got unlock over 50 new seasonal items, including legendary skin, and a new map. I don't even know how to pronounce the name.
Okay, let me see.
Itea, the map name.
Oh.
And many gameplay improvements. Yeah, so we're getting a lot from Overwatch.
Ayutthaya.
Ayutthaya.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Ayutthaya.
Speaking of the changes, there was a lot of changes that were done. The Sombra changes accidentally went live.
Oh yeah.
Jeff mentioned.
Accidentally.
Yeah,
So let's.
he 100% said it was by accident. They patched it live.
Oh no! I accidentally clicked the button to update the client for billion people. Oh no!
Okay, let's be honest. When you work, you make mistakes. I get that, But I think, okay, my dog just entered, so I'm sorry if you heard the door. Hi, Lulu.
Woof.
Okay,
Ow.
so maybe it was like a calculated thing to do. So, oh,
200 IQ plays by Blizzard.
yeah, like let's see what happens if we like accidentally quotes just hint that we are planning to change Sombra. And let me tell you, I think that when I don't know Sombra main, I'm sorry, Slay, you said that you were a Sombra main,
Oh
but I
yes,
don't
I
believe
am.
you.
I am a Sombra main. I am a
Yeah.
Sombra main. Look at my
You
playtime.
have to
Look
be
at my playtime.
masters. Sorry.
I have to.
Okay.
I want to be master.
Okay, so anyways, I played Sombra. She's fun, but when okay, Lego and Slay, when you introduce Sombra as a new player to a new gamer who just installed Overwatch, what would you say? Who is Sombra?
Sombra is a character that you should not play unless you know how to aim. There you go.
Okay, so I think that in a team play that Sombra is not focusing on like being with the team, that she's more of a character that you can solo and like jump on enemy and kill it instead of
Yes. I would say Sombra is heavily, especially now this rework is helping her flanking ability, jumping into the back
Yes.
line, getting a kill, and getting out quickly.
yeah, so I wasn't wrong.
Sombra's job is to like sandwich the team in between her and her own team. They're supposed to crush the enemy team, I guess, from the front and the back.
Yes.
Taking the
There
back
is
door, you know what it is?
this will definitely help with. I'm not sure. I don't remember if they mentioned anything about the ult charge changes, but if the amount of charge that she gets is roughly the same, EMP will be a lot less frequent. So there will definitely be times where she would need to enter into the enemy backline and then jump into the middle to EMP, instead of the normal wait for enemies to group up and then go in and EMP. Since how often it used to be.
Okay, so when I was reading about the Sombra changes, the leaked Sombra changes, I saw a pattern that players actually play Sombra on specific maps when they can, using the health packs,
Yes.
recharge her ulti. So with the new change, that I think that I have the here are the complete changes so far for Sombra that we are looking to test out soon. No longer gains ult from health pack healing. So that's like a huge change. If you play Sombra
Very
and
huge.
you are
Huge.
like trying to gain your ulti from the health pack healing, when that is gone, I think that the whole Sombra play will be changed.
Like the problem, like not problem, or like the thing that will affect is that before in team fights, if Sombra was able to hack a nearby health pack, your entire team would pick up a couple times and you could get your ult charge in less than 30 seconds. But now, if you remove the ult charge from health pack, or say even nerf it, then it will be solely dependent on Sombra herself to perform to use the ult, which means that it'll be a bit more skill based, I guess.
I would agree with that pretty much entirely. It's much more being kind of think of a like Tracer. Tracer's pulse bomb is very frequent, but getting it essentially will equate to one solid kill, given that you stick it. But being able to combo with something else is so much more. Kind of the same thing with EMP. She needs to be able to flank properly in order to build her ult to use.
And now, like that, it's harder to charge up her EMP. It's going to be a much more valuable. You're going to be rewarded for even better timing. Before, you could just spam it, and if you didn't really EMP anyone, that's fine. You could charge it up with just grab a health pack. But now you have to be very careful with how you use your EMPs.
Nessa brought up a good point where a lot of people played Sombra on specific maps, and I do it too sometimes. On Temple of Anubis, I'll play Sombra on defense. Let me think.
So
On
the Temple of Anubis map, the second point with Sombra, because of all the health packs that are around you, you have your ulti very quickly. So
Absolutely.
yes, so with this change, no longer gains ulti from health pack healing. I think that it will be focused more on not trying to get your ulti, but actually to be an assassin and kill all
Yes.
all the enemy team.
You're not wrong. That's entirely
Yes.
true.
So that was the main idea. Like Jeff Goodman said, the idea here is to take some power out of her ulti and awkwardness or ulti gain through health packs and give her more power and usefulness to the rest of her kit. So if you are a Sombra player and you are like focusing on getting your ulti and then come out of hiding or whatever, now you will be more there, more with your team. So other changes are weapon spread decreased by 10%. But I think that the hacking will be, yes, hacking
It's
speed
faster
increase
too. Yep.
from 0.8 seconds to 0.65 seconds. And I think that that's a huge buff for Sombra. She could be like hacking before, I don't know, Ryan slams her or before anything else happens. So what do you think
Yeah, I
about the
know what you
hacking
mean.
speed increase?
I think
It's
it also
amazing.
just adds to the flanking thing where if I remember, the translocator time was upped by like almost twice as much. I think it went from 12 to 20 seconds. It's essentially helping her being able to get in and out easier. Kind of like Tracer's recall is instantaneous. Genji's dash is almost instant. Whereas if let's say Sombra gets slept, she now doesn't really have a translocator to get out. Now she can actually get out much easier with much less risk. And because there's less risk, her ult took a beating because of that.
Yeah. And the most importantly, and I'm pretty scared about this change. Hacking will disable more abilities. Basically, any ability that requires a button press will also be disabled.
Yes, I am very excited to see what that
I'm
means.
not excited at all.
I am terrified, but I'm
She
the
will
Sombra
be
main, so you
unkillable.
should be terrified.
Yes. She will.
Essentially, it's it's
Okay,
it's
sorry.
it's very helpful because if I remember, one of the they didn't specifically say passive abilities, so that something like a Lucio's wall ride isn't most likely isn't going to be uh hacked, but they said that the Lucio's healing and speed boost will be stopped. I don't remember the exact wording.
Oh yes, yes. If you hack Lucio, I've heard that it stops his healing entirely, and he can't wall ride.
Yes, I'm not sure. They didn't say passive abilities because it's more than just that. So
That's
if it
kind of
is more,
hurt.
then that's gonna be fun. That means
That's kind of hurt.
all
That's
Zenyatas can breathe easily now.
oof.
What do you mean by that? Explain, please.
Zenyatta is Sombra's first target every single time,
Because of
and
his low HP?
it's not
Yeah.
because of that. It's more because of the fact that he has very little. He doesn't have the ability to get out as easily as other healers. Anna can sleep dart, run away. Mercy can glide away.
Oh, I
Moira can
see.
fade. Lucio can wall ride.
He's an
But now that
easier target because he
yes,
cannot run away. Okay, I see.
yes, and now that her hacking, I can't think of something that would be hacked from Zenyatta unless obviously his harmony. Unless hacking now doesn't allow barrier regen, I can't think of anything else. So
That
now
would be
Zenyatta most likely
overpowered.
won't be the newest. I mean, EMP already disables barriers.
Yeah, but that's an ult, so that's like understandable. But a normal ability shouldn't be able to disable something like that. I guess.
Well, hacking will disable abilities that requires a button press. So I think
Ah,
that
yes, but the thing is, I feel like that's balanced because it's not very like easy to hack. Because if a diva with one pellet breathes on you from across the map, then your hacking is cancelled. So there you go. It means that you're rewarded for being stealthy and hacking from a remote distance, and that if you do successfully pull off your hack, then you're rewarded with your enemy being disabled. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that she's not going to die because enemies can still use their weapons. So you're still in danger of dying, but it's going to be much easier for you to take down your target because you've disabled what made them strong, I guess, kind of.
Yeah, I see your point. Makes kind
Yeah.
of sense.
so. How about the that she can hack Farah.
I don't. I need to. I need to jump into PTR to test this out. I haven't run any major like actual
So
quick plays and testing out Sombra, but I'm. I don't know because I know Mercy's glide is going to be disabled, so her EMP can essentially just stop pharmacy.
yes.
And I'm going to play Overwatch again because Sombra is now overpowered.
And maybe get to masters. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yes.
Yes.
I will now finally be in the rank I deserve to be.
Your team's going to stop holding you back all the time now.
I don't need people screaming at me to switch anymore. I'm going to carry my team.
Good job. So, and Genji and Lucio wall climb and double jump wall climb. That would be hacked too with Sombra's new ability.
Mm-hmm.
So
I do like that because now with the Genji without wall climb or a double jump
Yeah.
now has much less opportunity to get out or to escape. I will say that one of the big tips that people give to Genji players against the Sombra is that when EMP'd, you still have your wall climb and you can still escape things using wall climb. But without that, the entire mentality against the Sombra will change as a Genji player.
I think that Farah will be very vulnerable to these changes because
100%.
she as I see Farah, she is a good hero in the gameplay because of her hover jets. So if she is on the ground, she is very vulnerable, and a good Sombra player has the potential to win over maps and points with the
Yes,
new
but
buff.
Farah can still outrange her. So if Farah manages to get a distance away, even after she gets hacked, then the Farah might win if she has a distance advantage. Because even with the SMG spray, I don't know, buff. Yeah,
Yeah,
SMG
that's a
spray
buff.
Mhm.
The SMG spray buff. The Farah will probably, if she has good aim, theoretically, she can probably just kill Farah. I mean,
The
sorry,
general
Sombra,
strategy, the general strategy that Sombra players would use against a Pharah, I never try against a pharmacy. I'm not that good at Sombra, but I would usually get high ground, do a quick hack on the Pharah, try to get some shots, and then jump off the high ground so that she would have to body shot me. That would generally work with, I'd say, average aim. But now with this, I think it's a lot more easy to take out a Pharah. I can't think of one for pharmacy, but against a Pharah, this should be a lot easier as Sombra.
Should be good.
So
Can't wait to test this out.
I don't
It's
think
going to be
it's live. Like it was live because of the accident upload with the new patch, but I don't think it's even live on the PTR, right?
Is it not?
Don't
Oh.
worry, don't worry. Soon TM, soon TM,
All right,
It's
it'll be
always-
there soon, eventually.
soon TM.
Okay. So, do you guys have something like to share or to add to this discussion? Feel free to write us, and we will unmute you and say. Panda is
Oh yeah,
is looking like a potential co-host.
Panda.
Begging to be on.
Yeah. So
Stonk.
I will say I do appreciate custom games and the fact that it's extremely helpful, especially for warm up or just showing people things. I think there could be some changes made to custom games, or at least the game browser as well.
Huh.
I
you think?
actually played a
Nice.
custom game like sometime now, and it was a Widow map, and there were like 3 masters or I don't know diamonds and 6 of us, and that was so much fun. Like I was getting killed in spawn, but that's not the issue here. I was trying to test my Widow skills, and I'm not that good, but I'm trying.
Oh, me neither. I'm the worst at Widow.
And it
I'm
was
one of the
really
worst.
really fun. Like I don't even know how to rope jump. Like you use your ropey
Oh, the
thing,
hook. The hook.
the hook
The-
thing,
The
and
ropey thing.
and the ropey
The ropey
thing,
thing.
and you
rope-
like
Loopy loop.
and you press press space and you like fly in the air. But I don't know how to do that.
It's funny. I can hit shots in CS:GO, but not in Overwatch. I can't get a headshot with Widow. I can't even get a body shot. I keep missing.
I mean, hit reg in between the two games is so different. It gets annoyingly easy.
Actually,
In CS:GO, you just
when I
flick.
was asking why the like Hanzos and Widow were so good, the explanation I got was, well, because we were snipers in other games and that's why we know how to play snipers. Is that not true,
Yep.
according to Slay?
I guess. I mean, like, playing other games should give you some kind of basic aim sense. Not just game sense, but aim sense. You generally should know how to flick your mouse, how far you should flick your mouse, which direction you should flick your mouse, and that should be able to help you get some cool flick shots for your montage, I guess. But
For
like,
the montage.
for the montage, you know. But the thing is, there's this strange thing about Overwatch where it's slightly weird, I guess. The aim is a bit off compared to the other FPS games I've played.
I don't know.
Smooth.
There was a game that my husband played, Sniper Elite, I think it was.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
that was like a really hard game. The aiming was pretty hard. So I think that game would help if you want to be a good Widow or a good Hanzo. But anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that Hanzo headshot work on luck.
Headshots work what?
Work on luck. If you have luck, you will headshot with Hanzo. You don't need skill. Sorry, Hanzo mains.
When I play Hanzo, it's 100% luck. When other people play Hanzo, they do it on purpose.
They're hacking. They're hacking.
I mean, there are a lot of different games that people use to improve their aim. Like, for example, on Dallas Fuel Effect, he plays Osu for about 2 hours before he actually tries. So he'll play Osu for 2 hours, then he'll play Aim Hero for 2 hours, and then he'll play Quick Play for an hour, then he'll play Ranked.
Also, was the game with the sounds?
The sound? No, I mean, yes, technically, but it's the one where you have
need
to click where the
you need
circles
to
are.
hit the notes like the I know what you mean. He's like how do you say it?
Ridiculously good.
No. He's while playing also he's trying like to warm up for the upcoming game.
Yes.
By warming up his reflexes with his fingers, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, what's up with the mouse sensitivity thing? I never got that. Like, pro players play on really low mouse settings. Like, I think my mouse settings are 11 or something.
They would have higher DPI on their mice. So it wouldn't. I mean, again, it's so personal. Some people have higher sensitivity than the others. Mine's on the lower end, and there are some people who have like Taimu has extremely high sensitivity. I mean, XQC has high sensitivity because he plays Winston. I don't even mean that as an insult. That's just he doesn't really need the accuracy. He needs to be able to flick up and down for jumping and such. Whereas and Taimu has incredibly high sensitivity compared to most on his Widowmaker. And then you have people like Kefri, who has extremely low sensitivity, where he needs to like move his mouse all over the place to even turn around.
I don't have that like luxury. I have a small desk, and and that's a wasted energy to have your mouse.
It's fine. It's to each their own. Everyone has their own personal preference.
That's why I'll never be good at aiming. My aiming with soldier is weapon accuracy is 34%, and I'm proud of that.
Not bad.
Well, it is bad. It should be about 50, I think.
No, that's okay. I mean, I've seen worse. I have seen worse, but
yeah, I'm worse.
The thing about mouse aim is that it depends on what type of game you're playing. Really, there's two types of mouse holdings. There's one called the grip holding, and there's the wrist holding. Grip holding is when you like just put your wrist on the table, don't move it around, have a high DPI, and you only move around with your hand. You don't move your wrist at all. And then the other one is where you have super low sensitivity and you move your hand across the mouse pad like a frenzied madman. coding is good for games like MOBA games, like Dota and League of Legends, where you're flicking across the screen at incredibly high speeds, so you can check on, I don't know, barrels
Yes,
to see who's
different
staying alive.
parts of the map where they're like enemies or team fights. I actually play Dota. I know stuff. I'm smart.
Yes, yes. You flick your mouse around the screen very quickly, so you can check around the map and stuff. But for FPS games, it's better to have a low sensitivity so that you can pull off more accurate shots. Um, but it's all down to personal preference, really. In the end, I have a 800 DPI, and I play everything with 800. I don't care if it's too high or too low for the league. I don't
I
really
don't
care.
remember what I have.
I actually set it on 800 and I was very bad at it. So I just changed it to 11 again.
Gotta get used to it. Gotta get used to it.
Yeah, and I was actually looking at when he was still in Lunatic High, the Captain Rugia Hong?
Ryu Jae-hong. Yep.
Yeah, sorry. And he has, I think, with his Ana, his DPI is at 400. And
Yeah, his
the
sensitivity is very low.
yeah, and the good thing about the Korean streamers is that they're not showing cameras of themselves, but actually of their hands, and you can see how he's playing while the hero is moving, and he was like all over his desk.
There's a lot
And
of people who have extremely low, and they're just like moving their mouse all across the desk rapidly. I
oh
don't
yeah,
have. I
see,
can't do that.
Ponda is saying that that's because people accuse them of cheating. I didn't know that. Really?
Yeah, there's for example, like let's take Kefri for example. Essentially, he didn't when he started streaming, he only had the face cam, but then people started saying like, you have a soft aimbot or something like that. So he put a camera onto his hand to show that he's actually aiming it. So if people think he's hacking, they can match his hand movement with the camera.
Ah, that's clever.
I mean, people have gotten around that before. There have been several CS:GO cases. I shouldn't say several, but very few CS:GO cases where people did put the camera on their hand, and they were actually hacking. They did have a soft aimbot, but it was only at the moment they clicked, so it wasn't easy to tell.
That's hard.
Well, I don't know, but I would never say that someone is cheating because he's better than me. I think that's just like, sorry, but there are like a lot of crybabies.
Yeah,
I
But
mean,
if
yeah,
they're
you're better
legitimately
than me,
cheating,
you must be cheating. So why does he has to cheat? Like he will be in the top 500. It's not like they giving money for that. They're not, right?
the only thing they're getting is, I mean, a sense of pride and accomplishment.
Yeah, if he wants to cheat, he can cheat his way. I don't even care. I probably will never play with him because I'm in bronze still. But I would never accuse someone. Maybe in game, if I'm like really like pissed off or disappointed, I will say, well, nice auto aim, but or autobot or whatever they were called. But that's just like to spike him, not because I really mean it.
What if they
Autobot,
really
yeah.
are cheating? What would you do?
I
Well, you'd
don't.
record it. Well, I've met one cheater before, one actual cheater, and I just turned on recording and then put it up on YouTube and then submitted it through the report feature.
Oh, cool! You can do that.
And yeah, it's just I had time. I might as well. Me just saying, oh, he's cheating isn't gonna do much except having them watch it. But if I could record kill cams and the
I
player
won't
game,
even care, to be honest.
Spicy. Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
Nessa,
Maybe.
Nessa, you're too old.
Oh, thank you.
Oof.
No, it's the mother instinct in me, and I will like. I learn to forgive and forget. Forget mostly.
More like you're like. I'm just like, I'm too tired for this. I don't even
Well,
care.
yeah, exactly. Why waste energy on someone who wants to cheat? If he finds accomplishment in that, it's okay, it's fine. I will never play with him. Anyway, if you block someone, will the gameplay, will the quick play still
yes,
like
it will.
put you?
Yes, it will put him in your
Yes.
game. Yes.
Why?
Yes,
But you
yes.
blocked him, like you don't want to see
You
his face.
You blocked communications with him.
Jesus,
It will still put
Yes.
him in your game.
this sucks.
Remember, there was a feature called "Avoid this player," and then There was a Widowmaker player.
Everyone just avoided
There was
her.
a Widow player who got like avoided by literally everyone, and his queue time went up to 1 hour, something.
Oh
And
my
that's
god,
why
that's
Blizzard
sad.
remove avoid this player.
And I'd rather just be banned than be avoided.
That's sad. Like, but people are like that because even if you have like something against someone, even if he's a good player, and you will try like to make him bad and avoid him so he doesn't play. People are like that.
I mean, people do that. Some people dodge, which I really don't recommend people do. Some people wait after specific games. They'll wait. They'll go play arcade for a little bit or a quick play, and then
So
they'll
yeah,
queue after 10 minutes or so.
so you don't get queued together. I get it.
Yeah, this is. I don't play ranked much anymore. I just play arcades with friends or something nowadays.
I want to play ranked, but problem is it's very hard for me to find someone who I'm familiar with who is in the same rank as me, because people are either in gold or silver or like grandmasters.
So basically, everyone is avoiding you. Poor Slay.
I mean, queuing up,
Oh
finding people online
no.
kind of helps. I will say in arcade, I've met a bunch of friends in arcade that I have added. And sometimes we play every now and then. I mean, they could be GMs. They could be. I have a couple bronze friends. It's all as long as they're cool, I'll play with them.
Friends? What are friends?
Memes are absolutely all you need to reach GM. I 100% agree.
Okay, so guys, for the next podcast, we were planning to do this like every week, but now it's bi-weekly, and I think we're gonna keep this schedule, except if someone wants to join us next Friday and be our guest. So we are planning to talk about more games than other than Overwatch. So if you have any idea of what game we should discuss next podcast, please let us know. We are open to suggestions. And because Lego said that he has some prior thing to do, I think that that's all for today.
Appreciate
Wait,
everyone
seriously?
coming out.
Yes.
We're done?
Really,
And also, sorry guys, I had to mention, maybe Lego knows more about this, about the events that this Discord is creating, the host
Oh,
games.
yes.
Yes. Can you please tell us quickly more about that?
Sure, I'll keep it brief. So this server hosts scrims and karaoke. Full disclosure, the scrimmages are not meant to be taken seriously. They're just honestly just for friends to get together and have fun. And karaoke, I believe, is in about an hour and a half for the EU people. If I remember, it's at 8 p.m. CET time. That's 20 o'clock. And as for scrims, just keep an eye on community announcements, and usually event hosts will announce when they want to scrim. They'll usually do it around a day in advance. They'll put their battle tag there, and we'll be chilling in-house games in the voice chat there, and then we'll move people around to teams. Or if we just do a free-for-all, we'll just all be in one chat. Last time when I hosted, I believe was Friday, we just did I think a 20-man free-for-all. It was
Whoa.
incredibly fun.
Jesus.
So
Just
if you
nothing but cool people screaming at each other.
So if you wanna have fun or play or make friends or play with somebody from this Discord server, please ask event host or look at the community announcement, and you will have your informations. I think that they're on Saturday, right?
They usually on the weekend, sometimes Friday,
Yes.
Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
They'll announce it a little bit in advance. Rena is in podcast live talk right now saying
Wait, should I unmute
jukebox
her?
is an hour and a half.
So
Yeah,
if you want to
Hey,
join
actually,
our humble,
let's let Rena say it. Let's let Rena
oh
say it.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, Rena, congratulations. You've won the privilege to speak, if you would say.
You can let
Yes.
us know when karaoke is if you want, but it's going
Yeah.
to be an hour and a half in the jukebox
I
channel.
don't see her.
She's
It's
here.
Oh.
Houston Outlaws gamer.
Can you please unmute her?
I did. She's taking her time.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry. Oh my god.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, welcome,
to our
Rena.
podcast.
Hello. Thanks so much for having me. I don't know what to say actually, aside from the fact that karaoke is happening soon, and if you'd like to join, just get in the
Jukebox channel. Yeah.
Yes, in an hour and a half, like I said in the text channel. God, I'm sorry. I
It's
actually didn't
fine.
expected to be unmuted.
It's
No, it's fine.
okay.
You're
It's
you're a
okay.
guest of honor. You're a guest of honor. Congratulations.
Woo!
It's gonna be in about an
Yay.
hour and 20 minutes now.
Okay, so how the karaoke works? You get into jukebox. Okay, Nessa, focus, and you will be muted. But if you want to sing a song, should you write it or what?
Oh,
Well, the
you
first
would
thing
you
you
would.
do. Oh, I'm sorry. If you want to put your singing to the test, all you need to do is like queue up a song. You can either sing it on your own, or with someone else, or with more than 2 people, and you'll be unmuted. I'll unmute you, and once your turn is over, I'll have to mute you again. I apologize, but that's just the way it is.
Yay! So you
C'est
basically
comme
sing
ça.
you sing your song, and you like let someone else sing, because I think that karaoke nights are like packed with people who wants to sing, and I think that's beautiful. Okay, thanks Rina, and thanks everybody for joining us for this podcast. We
Thank
will
you. Really
try to,
appreciate everyone coming out.
yes.
Did someone complain about breathing?
I did.
I'm sorry, I didn't notice. I'll try to keep the mic away from
Stop breathing, damn it.
Stop
breathing. Breathing.
Okay,
Yes,
thanks
I'll
guys.
stop breathing.
Thanks
Thanks
guys.
for coming.
Anyway, see you
Thanks for
next
coming.
or the Friday after next week. Bye bye.
Goodbye.
Bye,
I'm
everyone.
going to sleep. Bye.
See you.